Hi everyone, I'm continuing the garden tour around the back today. So back here I have a couple big pots of licorice which have done really well. They do have geraniums in there that have slowed down quite a bit, but they're doing okay. And look at the beautiful coleus. Love this around the shed. They just have really done well. All different types. And I think in front of this lattice, I'm going to move one of the hydrangea. This is really shady, but I just think it'll be really pretty there, centered. And one pot with some nice begonias that are in there with a fern and some of the coleus. Then up by the house, I have some more of the planters that have done really well. This one's gotten kind of leggy, but it's that time of year. Lots of hostas, and the begonias they always are a star for me. There is something about doing tried and true flowers that you know do well in your yard. Look at that beautiful heuchera. That heuchera has just been spectacular since the spring. That's the all dressed up ball gown heuchera from Proven Winners, which I just love. This is the white browalia. I don't think the white is as stunning as the purple, but boy, it's still going, and the bunnies haven't eaten it. Another all dressed up ball gown heuchera. Some more. Take a look at that coleus. I'm gonna have to look back and see what kind that is. That's one that I purchased at a nursery. And I just love the color. What a pop of color. Fabulous. Now on the other side over here, we have the climbing hydrangea. And we did cut it back just a little bit to keep it a little in check. But really, we sort of let it have its own shape. Nope, we have a planter tucked in here with a hydrangea and some more coleus, of course. All of the daylilies have come back from where I cut them back pretty hard, and they just look so much more healthy with that green foliage. And then the new ones that I added into the new section, which aren't looking their best, but they have traveled a lot of miles. So that is to be expected. Loving how the curve looks here, and all the planters up on the deck are just going so well. We'll have to do a different tour of those. We are supposed to have a pretty big storm, so I figured I should get out here and do that in case anything gets knocked over, tree branches come down. You never know. So the garden is not in perfect shape by any means, but you get an idea of how things are doing. The fruit has set on to the crab apple tree. And that always gets eaten pretty quickly by our birds. But it really does add a nice little touch of purple. Everything needs a little trim. We're looking a little shaggy. Love that licorice plant though. And a lot of the hydrangeas, of course, are really antiquing. Look at how nicely these leaves have recovered from their iron deficiency. So you see they're recovering at the top, and then it starts moving down. So I know that it is working when I see those dark green leaves. Back there at another really big coleus. The coleus in these two planters always just add such a bright pop of color. And here's my work in progress. This bed will be beautiful, and I do love this Japanese maple and the rhododendron are awesome. So I just have to decide what I'm going to do in front of them after I get the roots dug out and good soil in there. Let's give you a little sweep of this area. Along the back fence, we have a lot of arborvitaes. Here's my astilbe. The sedum did not do well for me this year. I don't know why, but some years are that way. And these coleus didn't get as big, but they still add a nice little touch of color. some hydrangea and some begonias that peek out there. And then I have my little shade garden over here. We have the fruit of the Kusa Japanese, not Kusa Japanese maple, Kusa dogwood coming down, which is a little messy. And all the protection that I have tried to provide from the bunnies. So that sort of gives you an idea of the backyard. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.